What's going on, guys? Welcome to another edition of the Narik and Madam B reviews. And in this one, we're going to be talking about a video game. And in one of my all-time favorite fighting video games, Injustice: Gods Among Us. Now, I've been playing the game. She just recently beat the game. Injustice 2.
I haven't recently. I'm sorry. I've played it, and then I've played it again to get more into it. Thank you.
Recently rebeat it, and it is one of NetherRealm Studios projects next to the Mortal Kombat that came out in 2011. And Injustice 2, I keep thinking about Injustice 2. Injustice is about Superman going bad and Batman having to recruit superheroes from another alternate universe to help stop this new tyrant. And it's a good game. What are your initial thoughts of the game, Madam B?
Like what, overall or just
The overall.
Was a good game, good story. I didn't know that Lois was pregnant. I just thought they killed her. Joker killed her. I didn't know she was pregnant. So it's kind of sad. But, it's kind of, like, maybe a little bit messed up that he did all that. Just because of that, maybe a little bit more. The child, yes, but that's why I didn't know. That's why I guess they made it a little bit more. The reason why he went bad was because she was pregnant.
Mm-hmm. And for those who don't know, Injustice: Gods Among Us is based off the graphic novel of the same name, which features the same story. I'm assuming because I never actually read it. And yes, I do like the fact that they did give us a pretty engaging story. And I like the little dramatic moments that they had in it. And even the moments where Superman, even though he's bad, you see these moments where he's like, is this for the best? But Wonder Woman's encouraging. But all right, let's go ahead and start breaking this bad boy down into segments. Now, the overall campaign, which the whole campaign with the story and the characters and all that. What do you think? What are your thoughts on it? Because like you said, you just said the story was really good. What do you think about the characters?
I like the characters. Batman. How they looked, the costumes. Oh, we're not there. Sorry. But yeah, I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, you go ahead and talk about the costumes.
But yeah, I like the costumes.
I like the fact that the costumes have a more body armored look to them. Mm-hmm. They weren't just like skin tight suits. They look armored.
Yeah, except for Wonder Woman's looked armored too, but there was this little.
You can go ahead and say it.
There were these two big things that kept standing out, and if anybody who played the game noticed,
Jumbo Jug. She was like,
They were a little bit too big for me to for it to, and then how her suit. It was just up on her and it didn't, it was just, it was a little bit too big for me. And then the way her suit was, she didn't have a strap or anything, so it's kind of.
Our suits are always like that. No. Even that was the one that was in the old cartoon series. You're like, Wonder Woman.
But she didn't have big boobs. And it actually fit her. But yeah, out of them, I like the costumes. I like the whole story. I like how they met each character, how they went from character to character in different ones.
I kind of would have liked to have seen more other characters. Maybe not have them as playable characters, but also to help flesh out the world. Because DC has literally like hundreds of characters. And you only see like 20 of them. Maybe not have them as playable characters, but at least have them kind of in the background, kind of doing support and something like that.
If you like who?
Let's think about it. Okay, you got Batman. Batman has Nightwing, which they did talk about him. Mm-hmm. Huntress, Red Hood, Red Robin, other characters like they had Hal Jordan. Where was Kyle Rayner? Where was Jon Stewart? I mean, I know it's an alternate world, but like, are they actually a part of that alternate world? Like, I would have liked to see more of the like, other supporting cast.
Not to fight, but for like helping the battle.
The stories. They help the stories. Mm-hmm. Like when everybody rises up against Superman, have all of these various superheroes, the various supervillains be like, okay, we're coming out of the woodwork now. You know, if something like that. That's kind of and that kind of goes back to me wanting them to have a bigger roster of characters because they had like what 24. I don't think that ain't them all the playable characters right there. Some of those are DLC. Scorpion and Batgirl, yeah, like those characters should have been in the game, and then I wouldn't bought them because I'm one of those types of fans, but I wish that they would have added something to the campaign, like they would have had that little side story of what was going on during the events of the game, as well as like possibly they should have really had more characters, honestly. Because some of them were kind of like the generic characters you would have in a game like that. Mm-hmm. You got Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman. You got Flash, Lex. Well, not Lex. I don't like Lex. Joker. You know, they have generic characters. The typical characters, the default characters that would be in this game. But having said that, it's got a pretty good roster of characters. One thing I could say I like about the game, especially, that's why it's an alternate skin. That's a cop out. Gosh.
What are you talking about?
Jon Stewart is the alternate skin.
Okay.
So all you gotta do is put that costume on, and you're Jon Stewart. Although it's gonna play exactly the same.
Like what, Green Lantern?
Yeah, it just won't look like Hal Jordan. It just look like Jon Stewart. But one thing I will say that very impressed me with this game, even though it is based on, is the fact that the combat system was really good. Yeah. It was a great blend of, physical combat as well as special abilities and how to put those two together to make some really innovative combos.
Yeah, it took me a minute though, but up close, I could do it up close, but when I kind of I was trying to hit them like moving back, and I found it difficult to do that. But up close combat is good.
And she's still learning. I'm still learning too. I could play with like maybe 5 of the characters, and I'm like decent with. I went online and learned the hard way that I do not know how to play this game. Cause they whooped. The dude was beating me so much. Dude messaged me. Told me he would help me practice to get better. Wow. I was like, wow, okay. But the combat, as far as that, is just great. I've played the Mortal Kombat 2011 as well as the Mortal Kombat X, which I was trying to get you to play too. But the combat is just like that. Just like that. So I don't care what nobody say. I played Marvel vs. Capcom, and this is one thing I will say when it comes to fighting video games between DC and Marvel. DC runs it because Injustice: Gods Among Us is a great game. Also, another thing that I did like about this game are the little mini games that they have going on, like either in the story. Mm-hmm. Or if you just go to like the character specific mini games that they have, mm-hmm. like that's a great way to keep keep it engaging, especially the more character specific ones. Because remember, I was watching you playing. You were playing Green Arrow. You was trying to shoot Grundy. Was running at you. Yeah. Wasn't that another one where it was like the Joker was throwing?
I got the Joker throwing the cards. I got that one. And it was another one. Okay, it was Green Arrow, it was Joker, and...
I laughed with the whole Shazam thing. Not Shazam, Black Adam. He was throwing the cars, and he was Superman. That was funny. I love that one. But honestly, as far as superhero, it's like that's one thing I would say that this game has a lot of. They did a great job of taking that formula from the Mortal Kombat game and implementing it in this game. Is the content. There is just so much freaking content. As far as like each character has by picture, concept art, bios, things you can unlock for them. You have the character specific missions. Remember when you was looking up the classic mode? And
I'm playing the battles now.
Yes, and all of them have special conditions to them.
Yeah.
That's one thing I just love about this game. I think it is just fantastic. But I do want to go back and kind of go into the story a little bit more in depth. Now, Superman has become a tyrant. He's formed this group. I can't remember the name of the group now I think about it. The Empire? I don't know. The Injustice? The Justice Lords? I don't know. And he's taken over the Earth, and if there's like a zero tolerance for crime on any level almost. So Batman, being a part of this resistance, opens up a portal.
One Earth regime.
The One Earth regime. There you go. And Batman's going to this alternate, the mainstream continuum, and grabbing some of the DC characters from there to help him, take out these tyrants. One thing about the story is I do like the more dramatic aspects about it. You have Harley Quinn, who's not necessarily good, but remember what happens when the Joker shows up? Mm-hmm. She kind of starts to start pulled into his direction.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what did you think about the Joker in this one? Because remember we were going to do a video about the Joker, but I just want you to just touch on this version of the Joker. What do you think about him?
Well, as far as
I tell you, every time I do a video, they're trying. Good God.
He was all right. I can kind of get down with how the look, maybe.
Oh, you better watch some comics right there.
But I did kind of peek at the two you were playing, and I didn't like the look of that one. But this look on Injustice, I can get down with that look.
This Joker is kind of more reminiscent of the Joker from the Batman Arkham series, mm-hmm. where he's just like, I kill people, chaos, destruction. Different from the Dark Knight Joker. A lot different from that one. But I do like this Joker. He did have this like really dark humor in the middle of trying to kill people. Because remember, there was one part he almost killed Batman. Mm-hmm. In fact, it was two parts because he tried to blow up the city.
Yeah.
During the events of the Injustices alternate universe, in the main continuum, Joker is trying to blow up nuke this city, and then Batman's confronting him. And this guy.
Then they get pushed into the.
As soon as he pressed the button, that's when they got pulled into the alternate universe, and that kind of canceled out the explosion, which I thought was pretty cool. One thing I would have liked to have seen a bit more of is kind of the back and forth dialogue between Batman and Superman, because initially they were best friends.
Yeah.
But usually in scenarios like this, you do see that, okay, they do come kind of like in X-Men. Mm-hmm. Xavier, Magneto are against each other, but they're still friends. When they come across each other, they're not hostile. They actually can sit down, have a good conversation, mm-hmm. and go about their separate ways. But when they meet on the battlefield, it's different. Mm-hmm. So I kind of would have liked to seen a bit more of that, because that would have fleshed out, I think, more of the dramatic elements of it.
What did you think about the in between the battle? When they're fighting and the dialogue.
I didn't mind the dialogue so much. I thought it was pretty good. And I will say the graphics are good, mm-hmm. but they're not like top of the line. There are some moments where something emotional might happen, but the graphics don't support it all the way. Such as the one part I want to say where Superman was kind of doubting himself, but then Wonder Woman kind of came up behind him and was like, "You got to do this and all of this." Yeah. And like he looked sad, but he didn't look like sad. And, like the graphics are pretty good. They are. The cinematics they're pretty good for what they are. If anybody played again Mortal Kombat, you'll see what I mean. But I do. I think they did a great job with the voice performances. I didn't have any problem with the people that they chose to do it. Also, to go back to what you were saying about the dialogue, that was pretty good.
Okay, we said you had wanted to see Batman and Superman communicate more during that game.
Have a bit of a back and forth.
Okay, so where would it take place in between all of that? Where would you like for it to take place?
I don't know. I honestly can't really think too much of a part. Maybe over the radio or something. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. To be honest with you, the only time they actually were next to each other was when they kidnapped the wrong Batman. Mm-hmm. But I'm not sure. That's actually a pretty good question. But then again, like I said, I would have liked to have seen that because it would have showed, even though we are against each other, you still somewhat have a respect for that other person. Mm-hmm. But this one, I don't know. This Superman was a straight up dig.
I mean, because Superman, he was, looking at the screens, and I'm pretty sure there was like a radio there, and then Batman. I'm pretty sure somewhere on his uniform was like either a radio or he was in his Batmobile. They could have been, doing a little back and forth, throughout until their final battle.
Yeah, like, come back. You don't have to do this. You know I have to do this. You don't have to do this. I do have to do this. And when I find it, I'm going to do this to you too. And you're like, is he going to say no? No, stop. And another thing I wanted to talk. What did you think about like the backgrounds, like the level designs and stuff? Like as far as like the design, the tones, as well as how active they are, because they are pretty active.
Yeah, picking up and throwing. Yeah, I like that. I think I did about twice. Mm-hmm. I was trying to figure out like, okay, how can I pick this up? Because I saw that they were. They were doing it, but yeah, that was good. You can actually, instead of just fighting with each other, you can actually interact with the background. And it's pretty active too. So like while you're fighting, you'll see other people fighting or or explosions in the background. Like when you were helping me fight, what was it?
What
was that? Aquaman or no? It wasn't Aquaman.
I know. Aquaman.
And the person on the hood had a rifle.
Yeah, because he kept hitting me up and kept shooting me. I was like, really? And every time I hit him up, he didn't get shot. I was like, that's messed up. But I did. That's one thing. That's another thing I liked about that. They had depth in that game, mm-hmm. Especially think about the transitions. You hit somebody off a building, they bounce off 3 walls and then fly through a window, mm-hmm. and get shot out of a cannon. And then next, you're on the ground floor somewhere. Mm-hmm. Like I thought that was pretty good. And they have some pretty memorable locations: Themyscira, Metropolis, the Fortress of Solitude, the Batcave. They had a lot of great, memorable. Even in Aquaman in Atlantis. What did you think about not the cinematics, but the specials?
Their power ups.
Yeah, the special.
I was just gonna ask you that. Literally, I was just gonna ask you that. I like them because I remember asking you how to if I can make it more powerful. Like I was kind of getting a little. I'm like, come on now, that special only got like 5-6 hits. And then what Doomsday had
like 100.
I think it was like 30 something hits. I'm like, no.
My only issue with those are they were just one. You couldn't customize it to where it was like 3 different ones, mm-hmm. or different amounts of energy or stages were allowed for different attacks. Let's say Superman's the first one. He punch you up into the air and knock you back down, and then another one, he'll just like pummel you into the ground or something like that. And then like the third one, so that allows for variety.
Yeah.
But there's a lot more we could talk about it. But you have came up into the final 19 minutes that quick. Good God. But anyways, guys, in the comment section below, let us know, what did you think about Injustice Gods Among Us? Did you like the game? Did you not like the game? What were the special elements of the game that kept you engaged, as well as what characters you would have liked to see been added to it?
And what were your favorite characters?
And down there on the links below, go ahead and make sure y'all guys hit that subscribe, like, share, and that notification button to get the best of what's going on this channel and to help support us, because we like doing this stuff and we like talking about it and we like entertaining. Right then, Narik and Matter B, signing out, y'all.